John Osborne here with the FX Education Outlook for October 23rd, 2017. We'll start out by taking a look at our news coming up for tomorrow. That's Tuesday. We'll be expecting at 4 a.m. we are expecting the Euro ECB Bank Lending Survey, and that's Eastern Time. At 9:45 we had the PMI Composite Flash. And later on in the evening tomorrow at 8:30, we have the Australian Dollar Consumer Price Index year over year for the third quarter, and that'll come out at about 8:30 Eastern Time for this in the morning for Australia. Let's go ahead and look at some of our markets. We'll start out with the bullish things that we're watching for the US dollar Swissy. You can see that we're breaking above this previous pivot of 0.98361. We went up and put in what looks like a reversal doji, but we'll see what happens, and if it triggers the reversal doji. So far it hasn't. This could just continue to run up here, but let's watch what happens if it does break through that point. Well, for the low of this previous bar here, that'd be at 0.98308, and we might see it pull back a little bit. But we're breaking through the weekly, and we'll see if we can break above this previous bar's high, and that would be at 0.98809 to resume going higher. For the Euro Loonie, it broke above the previous little bit of here. In fact, I'm going to move this up and incorporate this previous pivot now. And you can see how we broke above, got a little bit of a doji or a spinning top for the day. We've got the same kind of thing happening here, where we want to see if we're going to break above here or below here. We could go either direction. Right now it's looking a little bit on the bullish side. For the dollar yen, this one actually broke more significantly higher and pulled back, and we ended up on the lower side of that previous pivot break at 113.433. We could see this one continue to head lower as the day goes on here. We also got an RSI signal, and we'll be watching for this one to pull back a little bit more strongly. On the bearish side, continuing the bearish side, we're watching this line that we saw when we had this nice move on the Kiwi, and anything relating to the Kiwi exhibited this really long candle that we had here, going through many days worth of movement, and then we kind of are sitting on this line here for a few days. So let's see what happens. We're getting a little bit of bullishness now, but we want to see if we can break through this line and head a little bit lower. Our MACD momentum is telling us it does want to go lower. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. And what might be keeping us from moving that much lower might be this weekly support line. It's probably in parallel or the same line as this line we're seeing here. And finally, with the Euro US dollar, we are still watching this previous pivot here of 1.16799. So be watching to see if we can break below that. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate this and move that down a little bit more and bring it down to 1.16614 and see if we can break through that support. You can see we tried to break above this trend line that we had here, and we pulled right back again, putting in a tweezer pattern here. So let's see if it can make another run up there. Right now it's looking more bearish than bullish. I do want to point out finally here in that we do have a head and shoulders pattern that is formed at the top of this run up, and it's just sitting on top of this 200 bar moving average. So if we can watch for this trigger to happen about 1.16614, we might see a really nice drop down about the height of this pattern. So let's keep an eye on that one as a potential bearish move, and that's in combination with a weekly RSI that we had a little while ago, and we can see if this will follow through. So we'll keep an eye on that one as we go forward. And until next time, have a great rest of your day.